Was one of the founding fathers of the USA actually Danish? This is the story of Alexander Hamilton's Danish origins. In the eponymous musical, Hamilton says that he's a kid from the Caribbean. And that's true. He was born in the Leeward Islands in the 1750s and was of English, Scottish and Huguenot descent. But when he was 11, Hamilton moved with his mother and brother to Christiansted on the island of St. Croix. St. Croix was part of the Danish West Indies from 1733 until 1917. And if you go today, you'll still notice a lot of the Danish architecture and place names. As such, Hamilton lived and worked in the Danish Empire until he moved to New York in 1772. Although Alexander Hamilton wasn't Danish per se, his time in the Danish West Indies influenced his life in two major ways. Firstly, the Danish West Indies was heavily involved in the Atlantic slave trade. Though St. Croix is only a small island, it was home to over 200 cotton and sugar plantations. Everyone on the island had some relationship with the slave trade, with over 80% of the population made up of enslaved people. In such a concentrated area, it would have been impossible for Hamilton to ignore the human suffering and death caused by the slave trade, which may have been the source of his abolitionist views in later life. Furthermore, moving to the Danish West Indies provided Hamilton the opportunity to move to America. The first known written publication by Hamilton was made in a Danish newspaper called the Royal Danish American Gazette. Here he describes the impact of a terrible hurricane on St. Croix. That's the same hurricane that Lin-Manuel Miranda sings about so beautifully in the musical Hamilton. Local business leaders were very impressed by Hamilton's writing and decided to give him a scholarship, which Hamilton then used to study at King's College in New York. And the rest is history. I'm desperately Danish, wishing all Americans a happy Independence Day. And anyone else for that matter too.